This is a problem. That's 10 damage.
Hey, it's me. 10 damage. You know, that guy that you were subscribed to for like 8 years and forgot about? Well, I'm back. 2025 was a decent year for gaming. We got a bunch of great new games. Nintendo Switch 2 was also a notable release, and it came with a whole slew of new games as well. But see, I'm not interested in those dusty old 2025 games anymore. It's a new year, and new games are on the horizon. This is my top 10 games I'm excited to hopefully play in 2026. Number 10. Pokemon Pokopia. Pokemon Pokopia is a game coming out on March 5th, and if I were to summarize it, it's sort of like a mix between Animal Crossing and Minecraft and Pokemon. It's a very weird game where you control a Ditto, which is a Pokemon, in case you didn't notice that, and if you didn't know. Pokemon, okay? Get with it here. At first glance, this game looks really weird and creepy and goofy, but actually I think that's kind of why I like it. It's a bit of a step away from really generic looking things and throws a little bit of weird in there, with the main character being this weird looking Ditto with a smiley face thing. It's odd, and I think it's a really interesting direction to go. Now, Ditto is a Pokemon that is known for being able to transform its appearance into just about anything it wants. It is known as the Transform Pokemon. So, as you can imagine, you'll be transforming a lot. One of the fun concepts I find in the game is to be able to use different special moves that you get from other Pokemon. You learn these moves as you just play the game, and you could use these moves to alter the terrain, or crush rocks, or whatever. And you get that through progression of meeting new Pokemon. The game looks to be like sort of a cozy building type game where you start with almost nothing, and you build up a town, or whatever it is you want to build. It seems like you'll meet a vast array of very strange or even familiar Pokemon. Most notably, there's this big Tangrowth that seems to teach Ditto different things about the world, and it seems like a very important character. I'm excited to learn more about that character. It's very interesting to see unique Pokemon being used in new ways. From what the Tangrowth says is that humans used to live there, but they don't anymore. The Tangrowth wants all the humans to come back, so it hires Ditto to build the place up all over again. Yeah, I don't know if I really buy it. I kind of think that it might be humanity died out a long time ago type situation. I mean, it doesn't look like people just upped and left. Looks like the place was destroyed, or really old. Game theory? Is this a game theory? Is this a game theory, anybody? Is this a game theory? Number 9. We've got Pony Island 2, Panda Circus. It's a sequel to the first Pony Island game, and also from the same makers of a game called Inscription, which is like one of my favorite indie games of all time. It's such a fun card-style game, and it's from the same maker, so I'm hyped for this game. I played Pony Island 1 a long time ago when it came out, and I don't even remember anything about Pony Island. I don't remember anything about it. I guess I'll have to replay it before it comes out. The first Pony Island came out like 10 years ago? It's already been 10 years? I think I remember watching Markiplier play it or something, and I also played it too. Surprisingly, it isn't a game about ponies. It's more about it's a game about like a fourth wall breaking arcade cabinet that kind of comes to life and messes with you, I guess. There's a lot of coding type levels, and I mean, you do play as a pony, so I guess it does have something to do with ponies. I don't know much about the development or anything much about Pony Island 2 other than just seeing the trailer. I don't know when it's actually supposed to come out, but I think it's supposed to come out in 2026. So We'll see it then. Between the release of this game and Inscription, and it being just the same creator, I felt like it was a game that I'm really excited to see just because of how fun Inscription was. Maybe Inscription 2 afterwards. That would be nice. That'd be fun. Pony Island 2. I think it's going to be a sleeper hit. People are not expecting it, but I think it's going to be really good. I think people are going to want to play it. Number 8, Mina the Hollower. Now, this game was expected to come out in 2025, but it got a little bit delayed. Little bit delayed.
Damn.
And I think it's pretty safe to say, even though they didn't say it themselves, that it's coming out in 2026. I don't know how soon. It could be out right now, as I'm making this video. It could be out right now, which would be fine, because I'm still gonna put it on this list, because the video is games that I'm excited to hopefully play in 2026. I can hopefully play it, okay? The rules still apply. Mina the Hollower is a brand new title from the creators of Shovel Knight. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this wonderful game called Shovel Knight. Everybody was playing Shovel Knight. It was on the Wii U, it was on the 3DS, it was on PlayStation, Xbox. Everything you could think of had Shovel Knight, and like 50 different types of ways to play it. So much DLC. The developers of this game love making games, and you can tell. You can just tell that they want to make a quality product, and that's why I'm excited to play Mina the Hollower. Mina the Hollower is designed to reflect the graphics of Game Boy Color and that era of games. Most specifically, Link's Awakening. If you put the two next to each other and you look at them, yeah, this is like supposed to be a Link's Awakening type game, a clone of Link's Awakening. Also, the Game Boy is just one of my favorite consoles. There's something about the vibe of a Game Boy game. There's something so comfy and cozy about it. I'm hoping. Maybe. What am I hoping for? I don't even know. Honestly, Link's Awakening might be one of my favorite Zelda games ever. I love the music, I love the vibes and the world. I just like that it's not the same as every other Zelda game. You don't really have an enemy in the game. You sort of just have an objective, and that's to wake up the sleeping fish. That's awesome. I've had my eye on this game for quite a while now. I know that it's going to come out, it's going to be flawless. I was so hyped to play this game that I went on to Kickstarter, and I became one of the backers myself. So if you end up playing Mina the Hollower, be sure to look for me. Be sure to look for old Tendy. Yeah, look for me in the backer credits. That's me, 10 Damage, or Tendy. One of those names will be on there. Subscribe maybe, if you want. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We'll see. It's going to be a new year. There's going to be plenty of new things to find. And hopefully I'm one of them for you. I just can't wait to play Mina the Hollower. I think I could technically play it right now because I could get the alpha copy or whatever. But I want to play it when it comes out. I like to see a game in its completion. I'm going to play it then with all of you. With everybody else. Number 7. Vampire Crawlers. From the hit game that came out for only $5, Vampire Survivors, we have a sequel in the form of a card dungeon crawler called Vampire Crawlers. It looks like a card-based action-packed roguelike. All I know is Vampire Survivors was deceptively addictive and engaging, okay? Vampire Survivors was such a weird game for me because I didn't think that I would sink so much time into this game. It was deceptively engaging and addictive. There's something that just triggers the neurons in your brain to fire off whenever you see all the numbers on the screen going and all the enemies dying around you and just boom, 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 boom. I don't even have to move. You're just gonna die. They managed to make an incredibly simple game look like this. Wait. They made an incredibly simple game look like this. I honestly don't even really know much about this game. I just know that Vampire Survivors was a hit. Vampire Crawlers, I'm guessing it's gonna be a hit. People are gonna love this game. I don't even need to know anything about this game. I just know I'm gonna like it. I know, mark my words, Vampire Crawlers, it's gonna be good. Honestly, with how much I know I'm probably gonna get sucked into this game and see myself wasting so much time playing it, I probably should have this game higher up on the list, but I've got a good list of games here for 2026. I'm excited for this, man. Number 6, Tomodachi Life. What is it called? Living the Dream. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Now, this is a game that's right up my alley. I mentioned earlier that I like cozy, slow games where there's not really much of an objective to do. This is just that. This is just like that. It's a bit of a life sim type game centered around Nintendo's Mii characters. You're basically creating Miis and they're interacting with each other on the island, and you kind of just see how they react to other Miis. You can adjust their personalities however you want. I think the fun of the game is just sort of observing the interactions and interacting with them yourselves. It's a slow-paced life sim. It's supposed to be humorous, so it's supposed to be really funny. It's kind of just supposed to be chill. You can add literally anybody you want to these games in the form of Miis. It could be popular internet people, internet celebrities, it can be regular celebrities, it could be video game characters, it could be anime characters, it could be your close friends and family. Anybody you want can move on to the island and live the dream. I either like to do all of one thing or all of another. Like, I remember in Miitopia, I did all Naruto characters once, and I had a lot of fun with that, trying to fulfill all the roles for the other characters. If you adjust the personality to a specific way, you see if it sort of matches that character, and those moments where it's like spot on and you get the character to be exactly the way you want it to be, and it works, is very fun and satisfying. I think that the Mii characters are pretty fun. I think that they don't get used enough. It's kind of like how the Mii Sports games were. It was very simple, it's very easy to get your hands on, easy to understand, it just throws you in there. You don't really need to be good at the game to experience it. It's very low, it's very casual. Very low bar of entry. Get in there, it can be fun for anybody. I just know it's going to be good, it's going to be great for clips. People are going to have so many clips of funny things happening. I never got to play the first Tomodachi Life game, but I always thought it looked really fun, and I've watched other people play it, and I missed the boat on that one, and I really should have played that game, because I would have loved that. Tomodachi Life 2, Living the Dream, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think people are going to go crazy for this. Number 5, World of Warcraft Midnight. Now, this isn't technically a new game, because World of Warcraft has been out for forever, like 25 years or something longer than that. It's an expansion, okay? It doesn't matter. It's on the list. Just, okay? It is going to be adding a lot of additional content to the game, which, of course, all the expansions always do that. I'm definitely going to start a new character and run around the world with something new. There's a new race that they're coming out with called the Haranir. I hope I pronounced that right. They look kind of like a mix between like a World of Warcraft troll and like an elf. So they're sort of like a mix between both. You can also build your own home, which is going to be really cool and really hype. They've never done this before in World of Warcraft. I did a little bit of tiny bit of base building so far, and it looks okay. It looks fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what it can actually become, and I'm also waiting for the game to actually come out. I'm like I said before, I'm not interested in games before they come out. I want to play it in its full. I want to play it in its full. I always end up having a great time playing World of Warcraft, and I always end up meeting a bunch of new people. It's got its own community, and it's really easy to meet people in the game and make friends. You might like be in a quest with somebody and you just happen to just click together or something, or in a very fun group in a dungeon and everybody just gets along, and there's something fun about that experience. There's all kinds of different classes and things you can play as. The customization in World of Warcraft goes so far beyond any other game I've ever played. Between the armor, the classes, the characters, the races, there's no other game like it. It is expensive though. You have to buy a subscription still, which is, I guess, makes sense because it's a server-based game. But I think it's worth it to try and have fun with. I'm excited they also are doing like a number crunch from all the other expansions. They're kind of dumbing down the numbers a little bit. It used to be like really high numbers, and they're gonna make those numbers lower. Like 10,000 will now be 1,000. It's the same thing. Numbers are numbers at the end of the day, and it makes looking at the screen a little easier. There's going to be a bunch of other changes too, like to the character classes. They're going to simplify a bunch of spells because there was a lot of spell bloat. Classes were just having way too many buttons to press, so they're kind of minimizing what that is going to look like. You'll be able to play the same characters, it's not going to be any different, but just less buttons to press. More of these spells will be automatic or passive. It gets a little out of hand, and there's certain classes that I want to try playing, but I get intimidated because I already know 1 or 3, and it's just like learning a 4th one is like, that's a lot of learning. Another fun thing is that in World of Warcraft is being able to explore a new place. There's going to be a few new zones that they're making that look really nice. And it's always fun to go and just experience the world fresh, seeing something new, exploring. Though there's going to be plenty of new things to do in this game. And I guess while it isn't technically a new game, there's going to be so much new in it that it's basically going to feel like a new game. So it's up there on the list. I know it's coming out in 2026, and I can't wait to play it. Honestly, I can't wait to play it. Number 4, Subnautica 2. I've never been more afraid of any game I've ever played more than Subnautica. There's something about the primal fear of being in the middle of the ocean and having just giant sea creatures floating around you or trying to bite you or attack you. Nothing has freaked me out more. And I can't wait to play that all over again with Subnautica 2. I can't wait to see the crazy sea creatures and the crazy wildlife in this game. It's a weird mix between very chill gameplay and very scary, not chill gameplay. There's something fun about like collecting different things in the ocean and analyzing them. You feel like a scientist playing this game. It's got a lot to it. There's something very unique about exploring this world. There's just something about being alone in the middle of the ocean with nothing but the cold, dark beneath you, and you just know that there's just something lurking down there, just waiting for you to come by. Seriously though, even beyond the horror aspect of the game, it also, like I said, has the chill base building aspect of the game. I typically enjoy base building in games, just in general. Having like a casual side of a game is always really fun. It looks like also you don't have to be alone in this game. It looks like it might be multiplayer. I know of a few people that would love to play this game. It would be really fun to be able to play this with a crew. I don't mind playing it alone too. I kind of like getting scared once in a while. There's not a lot of information out for this game yet, so I don't even know if it's going to come out, but hopefully it does. Hopefully. just to be able to explore the oceans of the scariness and not be all alone. Maybe it won't be as scary if you have somebody with you. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be just as scary and you have a shared moment of oh, we're scared together now. The first 2 Subnautica games, because there was another one, Sub-Zero. The first 2, I don't even know if that's what it's called. The first 2 Subnautica games were a blast, so I'm sure that this one will be too. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information on it, just a few trailers, but I don't think that that's going to hold it back much. I think this game is going to blow everything out of the water when it comes out. Pun intended. Next, number 3, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Fire Emblem has always been one of my favorite Nintendo franchises for a very long time. I've always loved the franchise ever since the Game Boy Advance. It's been up there as one of my favorites for a long time. There's a few things I noticed from the trailer while combing through it. Based on this little clip I took from the trailer, this game is going to have weapon durability, which in my opinion is a good thing for a Fire Emblem game. There also seems to be a return of gambits and combat arts from Three Houses, which is a feature I liked. It looks like they're adding something called Blaze Arts. This cool looking dude is using it to bypass terrain. I also noticed that there's a dorky looking kid too, but all the other characters look pretty cool. Fire Emblem is usually good at having characters grow on you too, so I don't want to write them off just yet. Look at this dork. I played Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is the game that sort of came out before, well, it's not the game that came out before this, but it's the spiritual successor to Three Houses, based on what the trailer has showed. I really appreciate all the mechanics of that game, of Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I really hope that this game kind of follows up with being more similar to that game. All of those mechanics, everything that they had in Three Houses, is what I'm hoping for this game. Aw, hell. Number 2. Aw, hell. Number 2. Here we go. Number 2. I'm excited for Space Dingus. Number 2 is Space Dingus. Space Dingus. Space Dingus. Space Dingus. Space Dingus.
I can't do that.
Space Dingus is a spiritual successor to the game Death Road to Canada. Anybody who's watched my channel, which the very few people who have watched my channel, I made a little review of Death Road to Canada way back in the day. And let me say, it's, like I said with Inscription, it's up there with one of my favorite indie games ever. It's so fun, it's so silly, it's just got it all. It's got it all. So did I make that clear yet? Yeah, I did a video on it. Yeah, you should check it out. Yeah. It's got a lot of views already. It's like, I don't know, like 50 billion views, something like that. Yeah. Popular video. Everybody wants to watch it. Just like this one. Did I make that clear enough though? Did I? Death Road to Canada sequel. A sequel to Death Road to Canada. In space. In space. Death Road to Canada sequel. In space. Space. This is gonna be one of my favorite games ever. I can't wait for Space Dingus. I don't care. I don't need to know anything about it. You tell me Death Road to Canada is getting a sequel and you show me this, I'm gonna like it, okay? I'm gonna like it. What's cool about the game is you can create custom characters and pretty much insert any kind of character you want into the game. Celebrities, anime characters, whatever you want, you name it. Part of Death Road to Canada, and I'm expecting Space Dingus as well, is a text-based adventure. You go through a few text-based prompts that are basically randomly generated. As you go through them, you pick different things and different outcomes will ensue. As you play, there's also, in between the text-based adventure, there's little levels where you run around and you collect resources, or you try to help people, little side missions, and you're trying to just survive your way to the end of the game. It's fun. It's a survival-based zombie apocalypse, you name it. But this one, I bet you there's going to be aliens in it. I bet you there's going to be all kinds of weird things. It could be anything. Maybe you can even find a hidden planet with dinosaurs on it. I don't know. When it's space, there's infinite possibilities there. You could find anything in space, really. I mean, anything. It could be a planet full of marshmallows. I don't know. So it's part text-based adventure and part scavenging. It's actually a very simple game. It's very simple to play, very easy to pick up, very approachable. There's not a lot of buttons. You swing your weapon, you navigate through menus, and that's basically it. There's not much to it. But just the fact that it's so simple makes it so much more fun and approachable. I've sunk so many hours into Death Road to Canada. I think it's one of my most played games on Steam. I would say maybe 250 hours or something like that. It's silly as hell sometimes too. It's a really silly game. It's very engaging, and I just love like the humor in it. It is very not what you would expect. The game really kind of messes with you a lot. Space Dingus is absolutely on my radar. I'm super excited to be playing Space Dingus. Hopefully in 2026. Number 1, Deltarune. Now, this game sort of already came out a couple of times. Does that make any sense? It came out with just Chapter 1 a while ago on a Halloween night, and it also had like Chapter 2 came out, and then we didn't see much of the game for a while, a few years, and then they came out with recently in 2025 with the release of the Switch 2. They released Chapters 3 and Chapter 4 of Deltarune. What I'm hoping for, my number 1 most anticipated, most excited to hopefully play game of 2026 is the rest of Deltarune. I'm really hoping to see this game get completely finished. I would love to play all the chapters. I'd love to go back, play from Chapter 1 all the way to Chapter 7, I think. I loved Undertale. I thought it was one of the best games. It's definitely up there. I said that already a few times, but it is. It really is. It might be my favorite indie game ever. Undertale just has a very special place in my heart. It's a very special game. It's fun, very engaging, very unique. It's got a lot of soul to it. I'm just hoping to see the rest of the game come out this year. Apparently, the production of Deltarune is doing really well. From what I've read about it so far, I think that it's a very high likely chance that we will get it in 2026. We have a whole year to finish up the rest of this game, and I'm really hoping that we'll see it. This list has a lot of spiritual successor, sequel type games with Pony Island, with Space Dingus, and Deltarune being a spiritual successor to Undertale. And there's like all these other games too, but I don't know, I guess these are just the games I like. Deltarune, I know, is going to be one of my favorite games of all time. It already kind of is. I love chapters 1 through 4 of what we already have of the game. I had so much fun playing that, but I kind of hold back playing more of it because I like to see a finished game. You can't give me an Undertale sequel and only give me a few chapters. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play that. That's not a game I can wait for. I have to play it. So, like I said, number 1, I'm hoping for Deltarune. I'm hoping to see the rest of Deltarune. It's going to be so much fun to finish that game. So, in conclusion, I have a lot of high prospects for 2026. I'm honestly surprised to even have 10 games to be excited for, and there's even more that I'm excited for. There's The Haunted Chocolatier from the developer of Stardew Valley, but there's like no information on that game at all. so I didn't feel like it was right to include it on the list just because, I don't know, hopefully we'll play it, but I don't know. It's like not even like a hopefully yet, so, but it's there, so that's my honorable mention, I guess. This takes me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching this brand new 10 damage video. I've come back from Oblivion.
Stop! You violated the law.
Not the game, not Oblivion. I'm hoping to have more uploads in 2026. It's another thing I'm excited for this new year. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, support it however you feel is fit. If you didn't enjoy it, well, that's fine too. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you watched. I'm glad you gave me a chance, okay? I'll be coming up with more videos. I'll be doing a Let's Play. I'm starting out with a game called Voices of the Void, and I'll be playing that starting in February 2026. So I hope to see you then. Maybe we'll even be talking about some of the games on this list when they come out. If they come out, if we can hopefully play them. I can't wait to give you more of my input on some of these things, or even new games that we don't even know about. So I think 2026 is going to be a great year for gaming. I'm super excited for it. This is 10 Damage, signing out. See you soon. Bye-bye. All right. Goodbye, then. Greetings.